Yes, it's me, you guys. How are you? Many of you have been sending me so many messages, and I appreciate all the things that you guys have checked in to tell me, all the well wishes, all of the concerns. I've tried to periodically during my leave or my absence, I've tried to basically touch base with you guys and let you guys know that I am fine because I didn't want to worry any of you. But as you all know, it is necessary to take a break away from YouTube, and there's many different reasons. Not really going to go into all of them, but they're quite clear. Anybody that has viewed me for as long as many of you have, you already know that it's necessary you take a break. And on the journey that I'm on, you guys, it's not just about weight loss. It's about becoming one with myself, knowing more about myself, um, growing spiritually, and that's why it was important for me to take an actual absence. Um, so I hope you guys understood. And just to give you guys information, I know you guys are waiting for. Yes, I did finish the fasting of the Sacred Heart diet. I did that for 7 days. I lost 7 pounds exactly. It was hard. It was hard. Why was it hard? Because when you say that you're doing something for a specific reason, and it's not about vanity or anything like that, sometimes that's when you want things more. And you all know I'm a soup lover, but I no longer want any soup whatsoever after being on the Sacred Heart diet. I can do without soup for the next 2 months, seriously. It didn't taste bad, but just knowing that that was all that you could basically eat. Some days I was allowed to eat other things, but for the most part, you all know on the Sacred Heart diet, that's the bulk of your meals. So it went well. I did complete the 7 days, and I was so happy when that seventh day came. Um, what have I been doing since then? Well, I just been maintaining, trying to eat right choices. Now, you all know I'm about to go on Body by V. Um, the thing is that I wanted to do that, and a lot of people don't understand what actual fast was or is. A fast doesn't have to necessarily mean that you restrict yourself from any food. I think a lot of people go and they use some of the examples in the Bible where the people restricted themselves of all food altogether. A fast does not necessarily mean that you're restricting yourself from food altogether. It can mean that you're restricting yourself or you're sacrificing something that you rely on a daily basis. It could be you're fasting from TV. It could be you're fasting from the computer. Um, and my fast, that did entail not being on the computer and not having things like that as a distraction for me. As you all know, I am trying to open up 2 additional businesses to what I already have. So when I'm on the computer, I'm not always on just YouTube. Most of the time, I'm looking up things that I need to have for the business, or maybe I want to add to, or another advertising thing that I can do, or all of these things. So when I'm on the computer, my mind is constantly thinking of business. My mind is always thinking about another angle or the next business or whatever. So I needed it completely out of my life for a certain amount of time, and that's why I was gone. Um, and the reason why is I wanted to focus on my spiritual growth. Now, to give you just some more information about what is different this time than it was last time. My weight loss journey before, amazingly, believe it or not, it was not that hard for me before. I expected it to be as hard as it has always been all of my life, but it wound up not being that way, and that's why at times I got emotional. That's why at times I was just really happy. I was happy like that because I had a unbelievable amount of strength and willpower and stuff that I'd never had before. That's why I was happy. A lot of people wanted to bash that. A lot of people wanted to be negative towards that. But what they failed to realize is that when you have been through something like I've been all of my life with battling your weight, if you find an unbelievable amount of strength to actually endure a weight loss journey and be successful on it, it is an amazing feat for you. So that's what I expressed, and that was my right to express that. It wasn't always received, but that's what I was doing before. So the difference this time, last time it was about getting healthy, and as you all know, I was a diabetic from being a gestational diabetic from having Pootie, and I never had diabetes before. I never had high blood pressure. I didn't have it when I was on my weight loss journey before, and I don't have it now. But I did have diabetes that carried over from having Pootie. And after going on my weight loss journey, I did not. I was taking off all medication, and I was not no longer diagnosed of having diabetes. And I still, to this day, don't have diabetes anymore. I no longer take any medication. I have been taking off of medication formally, not from something I did myself, but I was formally from my doctor. I never had high blood pressure, never had high cholesterol. Amazingly, I didn't have those issues. And today I don't have any of those issues. Well, before it was about weight loss, and it was about getting healthy, but it was a part of me that was worrying about vanity. It was a part of me that wanted to kick it up a notch as far as looking nice. And I always was that person that they was like, you are so pretty, you got such a pretty face, but you're a big girl. You understand what I'm saying? And my mother used to always say, Kiana, look in the mirror, child. Everybody can't have everything. God blessed you with that face and stuff. And that's what my mother always taught me, and that's one of the reasons I have such high self-esteem. And it is true, we can't always have everything. You know what I'm saying? We can't always have everything. Some of us got certain things as wonderful, or what some would call beautiful. The society would call beautiful. And we can't always have everything. Now, this time, the reason why I wanted to go on the fast was I wanted to strip myself of that mental way of thinking as far as it being about vanity issues. It's no problem with looking nice. I try to look nice every day. It's not an issue. But when it becomes your sole focus, and when it becomes vanity for someone lusting after you, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm happy with my husband. My husband loves me whether I'm big or not. Y'all already know my husband's a chubby chaser. He really preferred me to stay like this. But if this was about me, this wasn't about nobody else. This wasn't about nobody else's weight loss journey. This isn't about anybody else that's embarking on something. This is not about a man. This is not about keeping a man. I strictly wanted to do this time totally to be able to do more for the body of Christ. And when I say that, I'm not saying I can't do a lot now, but I have noticed that from my weight that I was before to when I became on my weight loss journey, it was a difference as far as me being able to get around to do more for the body of Christ. I was able to feed the shelter more often. I was able to, give things to people around here that maybe didn't have around my neighborhood. I was able to go to Bible study and stuff. I was able to do extra things that weight had stopped me from being able to do at that level when I was at my highest weight. So I'm figuring if I lost some weight, and if I was able to do that at the weight that I lost, if I lose even more now, then imagine the things that I can do for Christ. And that's what my focus wants to be on, and that's what I wanted to purify myself of any worldly reasons of trying to lose weight. And I didn't want the distractions of YouTube, because when you can get distracted from YouTube, because when we see other people on their weight loss journey, we get motivated, but sometimes we get motivated for the wrong reasons. I don't want, and it's not a wrong reason maybe for you, but for me, for my growth, for my walk, I wanted to be motivated, or I need to be motivated in a spiritual sense. And I think that we often worry more about our bodies than our spirits. And the reason why I'm jumping to this subject is because I had viewed a comment, when I was away, not when I was fasting, but the time thereafter. So I will come back, like I said, and let some of you guys know. If you sent me a PM, let you know I'm fine, don't worry. And I had noticed, checking my comments, of course, I had noticed someone said something. And it really brought it. This fast has really opened me up to a lot of things, and it didn't even affect my spirit. It just made me feel sad, because we worry about our bodies so much but ignore our spirits at the same time so much. And I really, this time around, this time I'm doing my weight loss journey, I want to incorporate not only making sure my body becomes more healthy, but making sure that my spirit is at the level it should be and in the place it should be in. I really want to worry about my spirit even more than my body. Yes, we need to be healthy. Yes, we need to maintain our weight. And yes, we need to lose weight if needed, and all of these things. And that's definitely going to be an issue for me, and that's definitely something I'm going to work on. But at the same time, we cannot worry just about our bodies, about our body mass, about our body fat content, how much that is, and how little or big the percentage is for that. We can't just worry about the numbers on the scale. We can't just worry about getting into a certain outfit. We have to worry about our spirits as well. And before, even though I've never been, you can look back on my channel, I've never been I've always been a believer. I've always been haven't had a spiritual side. That's always been, whether I've done or said bad things on here, the base and the bulk of my videos, you can see that. You understand what I'm saying? And even though I've always had a good spirit, and even though my weight loss journey before was about being a better me, it was more leaning towards physically looking a certain way. This time and this go around, that's not my focus. Again, yes, I want to get healthier because I do not have any health problems at this point. But of course, going down a road of being overweight at this level will lead to those health problems maybe one day reoccur. But again, I want to focus on my spirit as well. And I want to focus on my spiritual growth that much more, even than my physical body, of worrying about getting into a certain size and things like that. And I've decided, while I was away and doing my fast, I've decided that I'm going to do a couple of things. And you guys are going to be included in these things. First of all, you guys are going to be included on me doing my businesses. At times I'm going to do videos where I may not be talking to you guys, but I will let you guys see my transactions with customers, whether that's the van transportation or at the flea market or Diva Boutique, all those kinds of things. It may be me ordering some items, or it may be me receiving my shipment. It may be any of those things, but these are just glimpses that I want to share with you guys so that you guys can be motivated in the way of beyond weight loss journeys and stuff, in the way of actually broadening our minds and broadening our incomes, all those things. So I will be including you guys on that. But also, in addition to that, as you all know, I've had a long absence willingly of not being interactive with my father. And I told you that's where I got my entrepreneur skills from, because my father has always owned his own businesses. Actually, he owns a fleet of 18-wheelers now. And he also has a cleaning service. and he's very successful. And people like, well, your father got this and that. You should try to talk to him. And I don't, because of several reasons. Any of you guys that have viewed me long enough to know, you already know some of the reasons why. But I'll be doing a video on that as well, probably after this. But I will be going to see my father for the first time willingly in years. And I will be taking you guys with me. You guys will be on that journey with me. We're going to have some conversations that I've wanted to have since I was a little girl with him. But these are some, I've been awakened to some things that need to be addressed in my life that has caused me to turn to food and things like that. So you guys are going to go with me. My time is about to be out, so I will be doing another video. I love you all so much, and I've missed you all so much. Talk to you later. Be blessed.